Today we'll be going to considering under general scholarship that will not require you to move even a muscle. So let's get started. Welcome with me to the York University in Canada. Welcome with me to York University in Canada. And here we have the Federal Graduate Studies at York University. You can see, you can go through the interface and just read through. So let's see. They are open. Are they open? How do they run? You can see quick links, how to apply the graduate programs and all of that. So let's check for their funding packages. Let's look at their funding packages. Okay, so we are here at the page, funding package. You can see your graduate fellowship. They have a fellowship, and you can see that your graduate funding model offers eligible full-time domestic and international graduate students consistent funds throughout the academic year. This is something to really key into. This statement is a good one for anyone. You really need to key into this. Just read through that paragraph and you can see how much of funding they are going to offer you. And so what is the structure? We can see through the structure here that York's funding model offers competitive funding packages about graduate student in research-based masters and doctoral program. Now, minimum funding commitment will cover tuition fee and is indexed to increases in tuition fees. A component of minimum funding commitment is the York Fellowship. It varies between domestic and international to reflect differential rates. That is to say, if you're a domestic student, the funding is going to show and cater for your domestic funds, and if you're an international student, the funding is going to cater for international. There's not going to be left. You'll not be left out with any other burden of tuition fees to cater for. So let's look at the general. In the general part, you can see the funding models and all of that, but not to waste much time, we can go to the scholarships and see funding package details. Now look at the funding. The following overview of standard funding packages outlining general sources. Now let's go. You can see standard funding package details. Commences with a master's international, no teaching assistantship. That is to say, it can be master's international student but not teaching assistantship. There's also master's international student with teaching assistantship. There's master's domestic student like that and like that to PhD, both teaching assistantship and for international and domestic. Of course, PhD student and doctoral student, and they are expected to have gathered some teachable skills or transferable skills in teaching, so they don't have an option for no teaching. There is a graduate research assistant or teaching assistantship, but here we are not seeing graduate research assistantship or graduate assistantship. We're seeing generally teaching assistantship because I assume they are going into the academics. So that being said, let's look what does the Master's International no teaching assistantship covers. Wow, it covers a tuition fee of 18,800, supplementary fee of this amount, and total fees posted to students' account is this. Now, student receives funding less fees of this before taxes are deducted. This is a huge amount. You add this to this and you see the total of 30. This is going to be stipend. That is a total of over $36,000 to study for masters. Total funding is over 36,000. You can see here is 37,200 plus dollars for a student in this range. For a student in this range, all of the following are covered in the course of this, from teaching assistantship of this amount of vacation pay to fund. Everything you can think of is covered for you as a master's teaching assistant, international teaching assistant. Now let's look at master's non-teaching assistantship. You have all of these covered as well, and the shortage you're going to receive is just less than 32. You have this total to be posted to your account, total amount of money to be received. Now, master's domestic, not teaching assistantship, you have all of this breakdown to receive a total of over $11,000 as a domestic student who is not a teaching assistant. Now, for a domestic student who is a teaching assistant, you're receiving all of these teaching assistantship pay, of course, and then sum it up with every other thing, and you're talking about nothing less than over $24,000. You receive over $24,000 as a teaching assistant domestic student, that is a citizen of Canada, resident. Look at the PhD. If you're going for 1 to 6 year with TA, years 1 and 2, look at what you have to receive. Of course, it's comparatively arranged. Go by it and you can be seeing it. In total, you're talking about a whopping $37,000 plus for studies. You don't have to move a muscle. As a domestic student, you're receiving total of about 37. Now let's see, for an international student, what are you receiving? You're getting paid for everything a domestic student is receiving, and even a little much more. That is a total of 36,421. Look at the supplementation and the breakdown from school fees and everything. So what are you waiting for? This funding is so generous. This is a generous funding offer that you don't want to miss out on. And good thing, no application fee, no any other requirement from you. All you need to do from here, noting this, is to go ahead and search for your program, check your program specific deadlines, and meet the admission requirements, and we are good to go. So right away, let's get to the program specifics. And to make the whole work easy for you, I'm going to put in the links to all these segments directly in the description box. Ensure to like, comment, and subscribe to help others see it, and then so that YouTube algorithm can recommend it for them, and to help somebody who might be in need of this at the right time. And that being said, let's go to programs. Let's start. You can filter by program, of course. I'm filtering by masters. You can filter by PhD, full-time, whichever one you are in for. Let's go. I just want to check. Okay, let's go to anthropology. I would like to check anthropology, and let's see their program specific. So what's the program specific for anthropology? Okay, welcome to Faculty of Anthropology, and I would like to advise that whenever you want to go applying for programs like this, try your best to go directly to their program page, where you can see everything and every details. That will be the programs or the department's website. So you can read through here. Of course, you may see a little overview, but go to program page. Emphasis, go to program page. So let's go together. We are the program page for sociology, and let's see what do they have here. Okay, so application period. Application opens on the 15th of October 2023 and closes December 15th, 2023. I want to highlight it so that you can put in your application. Now you see we are yet to get to 15, so you can start putting up your document. Check out what do you need. Do you need to contact a research assistant, a potential investigator or project investigator? If yes, reach out to them, get acquainted to them. You can see a good thing about this program is that you can apply for BSc, MSc, and PhD. There is funding for them. For the BSc, funding is as much as 180,000 Canadian dollars, which covers for 4 years of your program, including stipends. So you can go ahead and check whichever program you're interested in. Today, I'm just considering so let's go ahead and look at what is the program requirement. What's the program requirement? Prior to that, you can see some of the faculty members. In case you need to reach out to them, you can know them. Now, when you are writing your personal essays or motivational letters, you kind of write to let them know that you've actually seen some of their works and some of their faculty members whose area of interest aligns with your research goals. or your research interest. That way you're able to nip them to your interest and give them reasons and justification to know you've done some underground work that qualifies you to, if chosen, be one of the best candidates to actually assist them in their own research areas, as well as get learning exposures from them. So you can see them here, you can click on their profiles and you can see their email addresses, so you can contact them from there, and that will be it. So now here on the program page, you can see when you click the how to apply, you can see that there is already a statement there. Top rank applicants at the master's level will be considered for an entrance scholarship ranging from $6,000 to $8,000, while top rank applicants at the doctoral level will be considered for $3,000 to $10,000 entrance scholarship. This is not the same as the scholarship you're applying for before. But this one is just for the fact that you are entering in. Once you are considered as a top rank student, you are getting this one. That's so much generous offer. Now let's check the graduate admissions requirement. Let's check the graduate admissions requirement together so you can see for yourself. So what do you need to get? Okay, first of all, you need to know that faculty members provide individual attention and support. So faculty members have a wide range of academy. Many have worked. You can read through here, but I want to go and see admission requirements. That's where I'm more interested in. So look at all you need. You need 2 recommendation letters. Of course, I've spoken about recommendation letters before and again. And if you want me to shoot a video about recommendations letter, please let me know that I will shoot it for you. Other requirement is your resume or CV. Please note, an academic CV is not the same as a work resume. You need to know the difference and you need to craft it. And sometimes these CVs are country specific. Canada has a template, European Union has a template, Germany, that scholarship have a template, USA and UK, they can use both similar, although there is a little bit difference in them. Try to get this document to their best of their standards. The sample of written work. What sample of written work is like a research work, a research paper you have done, a presentation, a paper. You get that up. And then statement of interest. This is where you write your statement of interest. It can be also called motivation letter. This is where you write it and then you nib it to your research, present, future, past, present, future. Connect it to the supervisors that you've seen or faculty members that you've seen. Align it with global goals. Irrespective of where your area of interest is. One thing that is spread across the world now is security, then the sustainable development goal, then gender inequality and mental health. These are 4 key, and climate change, 5 key. So whichever the case is, try as much as possible to capture 1 or 2 of these sustainable goals and try to see which of the faculty members does it align with. Put together your applications and I tell you, your testimony won't be little. Now, what of their language requirement? Let's see what they have for language requirement. Okay. We have all of this to take note of. So, you can see how they simplify it. So, for your research, what do? They say for your research, identify your own interest within the discipline, then research MA or PhD programs online, identify thematic areas and individual faculty members in your area of interest at different schools. Just like what I said, just identify all of this, and when you're done, create a list of deadlines and requirements, then get your transcript, your resume, your statement of interest, and reference letter from 2 or 3 professors. We're writing samples, that's all. Now, based on this, they've told you what to get for. You already told the breakdown of what you need. Now, let's go ahead and check what should your statement of interest entail. It should be clearly written, not too long. I'll suggest here 500 words to 750 at max. But if you're able to communicate in 250 to 500 words, very excellent. That means you're concise, direct, and defined. So now you can include background details, but not your life story. You can see they make your work simple. So don't come and tell them how in primary 1 you were able to come and say you want to be a pilot and then in primary 5 something changed it. No. Just go direct to the point. You should involve reference to current anthropology. What is the trend of anthropology? Why? What is the trend? You can put statistics here. You can quote. In-text citation can do here. Need not propose a specific research project, but must describe your topic and theoretical interest. You can see you don't need to mention research project here or propose. Show your interest as aligned with faculty expertise. I mentioned this again and again. Please don't take chances. Now, you should be from professors who know you fairly well. Of course, your HOD, your former faculty members. These are the people who should write you reference letters. Ask them what the admission committee looks for. You now here you need with this, the faculty have made it easy for you. Excellent grade. Excellent grade begins with a 2-1, a B. And for HND students, it's upper class. Can put in for it. Strong statement of interest, ability to concise and definely communicate your area of interest. Strong letter of references. If it comes from a professor of high repute and a doctor of known educational vitality, it will go a long way. Now, your research interests, alignment with faculty expertise, and course offerings available at York. So these are just the 4 things they are looking out for. So if you are able to communicate well, I tell you, you're sure gonna land this scholarship. With that being said, check other departments. Which faculty are you from? Do you have any question? Leave it in the comment section and I will surely make do to talk about it. Okay, somebody sent me a message. One more thing, the language requirement. So let's check. So we are here at the language requirement page and you can see if your first language is not English, you must show you have an acceptable level of English by completing a language. Now, if you have completed at least 1 year, 1 full year at an accredited university in a country where English is the official language of the institution, you may be exempt from this requirement. Now, this statement is what I expect you to latch on. If you are from any African country, latch on this statement that you've graduated from a university where English was the language of communication and you did everything. And they may not accept what's it called? They may not accept a letter of English proficiency from your school. However, latch onto this their clause and let them know that you've done more than just 1 year. You've done 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years in the university, depending on your program. And so with this, you could be considered for a waiver, especially if you're able to articulate and clearly define your areas of interest and your essays that you're writing. You're surely going to be waived. It's surely going to be waived for it. But if you're not able to clearly define your goals and your English or grammars are having errors, you might be losing out on this good offer. That being said, check out any other program you have. If you have any question, queries, leave them in the comment section for me. I'll surely do respond to them without delay. Once again, thank you for coming to Scholarship Home and hope to see you in the next scholarship window. Do not forget, get started, put your documents together, start putting an application, reach out to your own professors and check out the requirement for each of your faculty. Hope to see you soon and hear your testimony. Ta-da!